Sunday, everyone, and welcome to Spotlight with That B, the live edition. So, I'm trying something new. I actually had something set up with my engineer today, but because of all the issues we're having because of severe weather and all the other things um, going on, because of that, we weren't able to record because he has no power. Who would have thought? So I'm trying something that I wanted to do. I'm going to see if he's able to somehow record this and then do his zhuzh, as I call it, where he inserts pictures and all the whatnots. So, but today I am happy to finally talk about my very pleasant experience at a listening party I went to. I want to say it was the end of June. So the listening party was for none other than Rico Love and his new album, 97 Bad Boy. Let me see if this, I've been messing around with things. Let me see if this works. Um, it does not work. Oh, bummer. I thought I could put up a picture for you guys and you guys could actually see what the album looks like. But moving on. Um, so let's talk about the event. Um, First of all, let's talk about how much I love the album. An amazing album. Love it, love it, love it. I have been saying since it has come out and I was able to listen to the entire album. Actually, when he was just releasing clips of individual singles, I think the first clip was Body Kisses. I love the song. By the time I got to the listening party, I had already heard, I think, Love Songs and Body Kisses. I loved both songs. So I was not too surprised when I heard the entire album when it finally dropped, and I loved the entire album. I hear a lot of, talk online and everybody is loving it. I refer it to as a no skips banger album, and that is exactly what it is. Um, because of that, I decided let me share it with all my peoples. Because if you know me, I love to share with everyone when I found an artist that I feel my followers or my viewers might not necessarily know about. Let me tell you something. I wasn't too familiar with Rico at all. Even though he attends a lot of the events that I go to here in Miami. Um, so, um, let's get to how the event went. It was at a location that I have not been to before, here in Miami, and that's rare to say. It was on Brickell. It was close enough to where I live, so I was happy about that. The parking was insane. Was not happy about that. And these are all the things I normally touch on when I go to these events. It was definitely a good crowd. The place was called Sunkissed, and it was oddly enough right next to a location that's called Delilah's on Brickell, where the last event I had gone to was actually a Jermaine Dupri event, and that was right next door at Delilah. So it actually worked out for me. So because of that, I was already familiar of where I had to go. So I like the location. Not so fond of the parking. That area is just horrible as far as parking. So just to give y'all an idea, this is why I say this. I think I was there maybe 3 hours, and the parking alone, just the parking, was almost $70. It was like 68 something just for those 3 hours. Even from Miami standards, that's insane. But the event was well worth it, so I wasn't so upset. It would have really sucked if I went to the event and paid all that parking and then was not so happy. Now, I knew the music was going to be good because the DJ that he was having there is a DJ I'm familiar with that DJs often. He's one of the regulars at Dante's Hi-Fi. I've also done spotlights on Dante's Hi-Fi here in Miami. I've also posted this particular DJ, and his name is Mike Flo. He's an amazing DJ. He definitely had me vibing. They also had a house band. I don't remember the name of the singer. Well, I think her name was V, like C'est la vie. This is what she was telling us. But I don't really remember the name of her group, which was just her and a gentleman on the piano, but they were really good too. So for waiting for the event to come on, that is what I was listening to, the band, which was not bad. The times got all fudged up from what the hostess was telling us when we got there. They should have told us to arrive later, but they didn't. So I wasn't too happy about that, but in Miami, they do that a lot. Um, Even though I don't like it, they still do it a lot. So by the time Rico got there, which is who we were waiting for, Mike Flo was already DJing. I was able to try, they gave us a menu and I was able to try some of the, their drinks. I had a beer and I did have an hors d'oeuvre. It was a special, I don't know if it's a special menu that they have or if it was their usual menu because I've, again, never been there before. So everything was decently priced. And I also had one of their drinks. I think it's one of their own. They had like all these names for the drinks. It wasn't a bad drink. It was a decent size. And this is why I'm saying this for those that don't know. When you go out here in Miami, you really don't know what you're going to get. When you order from the menu, whether it's their usual menu or a special menu for the event, you don't know if when you order the drink's like $25 and it looks like a shot. So this is why I'm explaining all this. The drink was a decent size. It was a tasty drink. I like me a fruity drink because I don't really drink a lot. So, and it wasn't a weak drink. But then after that, I just had a beer because, again, I'm not a big drinker. However, if this is a place that people want to try and you do want to make it a night where you would like to have a few drinks, they were priced well and it was not a bad drink. So, I don't know if this is the usual for the spot, again, because it was my first time there. But so far, I checked off all the, I would come back here, ticks on my list. So, let's see, what else did I want to mention for you guys? I kind of mentioned it all. I wrote this down, and there's a particular reason why I wanted to mention this. The staff, from the hostess to the bouncers that were there to the bartenders, were very friendly, especially in Miami standards. That isn't always the case in Miami, so I was pretty happy. I was like, man, all we got to do is now listen to the songs from the album or just enjoy the entertainment. So again, the DJ was really good. By the time that Rico got there, it was a little bit later than I wanted to be there. I had to work the next day. I was able to take a picture with Rico. I was able to have a quick conversation with him and tell him that I'm happy he released the album, that I'm loving the music, and that I really do want to make sure that I support. And let me just say this, at least in that interaction, and again, I've seen him out at, the doo-wops and other events here in Miami. And he always seemed like a pretty decent guy. I know he knows some of the people that I know. And I've never heard anything negative. And with my interaction, I have nothing negative to say. So I thought it was a very pleasant conversation. The fact that he was willing to take the pictures and, was okay with, people taking, getting content and wasn't weird about it was really big for me. that really is a deciding factor on whether or not I'm going to support the artist. So I'm happy that that went well. I have posted different clips of the actual event and my time at the event on my IG page. So I would recommend that you go over to the page and take a quick look. I have posted some things also on here. I do plan on reposting some more content. Um, I was going to make a list of my top 5 songs from the album. Now, the album is 12 songs, and I believe it's like 38 minutes. My only complaint is this. Have a listen. It's too short. All the songs are so good. Again, you listen to it from beginning to end with no problems. All the songs are so good. I just want it to be longer than 38 minutes. I was able to pick a couple of songs that I really, really, really do like, that I keep listening to over and over again and keep posting on my page. Um, since this was going to be quick and it's not allowing me to put up the pictures, at least with the names of the songs, and I couldn't really narrow it down to 5 songs. I do want to wait. Let me see if maybe if I do this, if it'll let me pull up. It doesn't. It doesn't let me pull up the actual. Man, that's such a bummer. It doesn't actually let me pull up the songs, but we have Tell 'em, which I really, really love. Love songs. I love Body Kisses, and I think I'm gonna end this with the song that every time I hear it, I love the entire album is so well produced, is so well put together, is so well written that, again, it's really hard to pick one song. And it's also really hard to move on to a different artist if you're trying to listen to, a playlist with variety, because it is that good. But I guess I would say this particular song, and I pulled it up on my laptop when I noticed that this wasn't going to let me post the actual songs. But again, the album is called 97 Bad Boy. The artist is Rico Love. And we're going to go out. Hopefully this doesn't, me, because I'm going to play music. But there is a song on the album that is called Each Morning. When I'm in love, these lyrics, that's how I feel about the person. And I think this is why this particular song stands out to me. And it is so catchy. So I'm gonna play this, and I'll play it for a couple seconds, and then we can say the deuces. Wait. And it's called Each Morning, by the way. Let me see if it'll. Oh. By the way, Rico, your voice, I think he sounds a lot like Trey Songz, which is an amazing compliment. Loving you feels better each morning. That's what he's saying. Oh my God. Loving you feels better each morning. So, for those that don't know, he's also, from what I read online, Usher's protege. Makes all the sense in the world. Go listen to the album. I love it. Listen to his voice. Listen to the album. You're going to love it if you love R&B. Spread the word. Support who and what you love. Spread love. Be kind to others. I'll catch y'all